Hello all, welcome to Everything Wrong with Swordburst 3 Part 2. I told you I'd do it, and here I am. Let's get into the video, shall we? By the way, I am taking into consideration feedback I got on the last video. I'm not going to be counting every NPC as a different point. Praise me later. I'm not going to be doing loud ding sounds. I'm going to be repeating things, so this loading screen takes forever. Arcadia is pointless. Unless if you want to get, like, a scythe with a specific enchant, like, crit damage, but... So, we go to floor 1. So for every NPC on floor 1, I'm giving them all just 1 point, and I'm giving 1 point for repeatable quests on floor 1. Waystones, they're ordered in the way you unlock them. So if I just go back a few times, here's the wolves. This should be the 3rd waystone, but instead it is towards the end of my waystone list. Now, everything is, expensive. If you want to get 3 auras, it is 800 Robux. And the auras, it isn't just, like, say, a 15% chance each. It is full RNG. There is no equal chance. The current event for the game sucks. Need to see this again. Open PvP is genuinely awful. The grass color and the way the worlds are textured as well is just really bad. Like, what are these patches of dirt here for? Why is the tall grass only in set areas? And why is it like piss yellow, baby shit green? Why? Again, just constant shops. I'll give them 1 point for every shop on this floor. Upgrading changed, and it is now significantly worse. They added the success chance and downgrading. Yeah, they added the one thing everyone hated from Swordburst 2. Of course, there's just the RNG enchanting, which I really dislike. Every mount is the same, and you can also buy them with gems with one material. 100 Robux per mount, mind you. But yeah, there's no stat difference between rarities or anything. It's just... yeah, it's lazy. The map is a straight path, so that's another point. Mini-bosses, right off the main path, not at all hard to find, really disappointing. Portals are an absolute mess. Like, in my previous video, I ranked them just because of the XP they gave, which I still find that valid. The XP they give is god-awful, but let's not mention this. If I just stand here, and I kill you, let's just not mention this, shall we? The stacking. The way they stack on top of each other. Oh my god. Again, the secret chests on this game are awful. You saw Tidal Wave in there, which actually, I took away a point for Tidal Wave, believe it or not. You probably didn't notice that, but I took away a point for Tidal Wave. And every other chest in the game, they just contain really simple shit, like the, one singular crystal, and that is 90% of the chests in the game. You don't even get a sword, you just get 1 crystal. I hope you guys weren't already annoyed with the reskins, because here's a boar reskin, and here is some, I don't even know how you messed this up, I'm gonna be real, like, how are your custom textures not applied here? Did someone accidentally just, like, forget to tick the, overwrite material property? Also, the health of giant enemies. Oh my god. The caves are just really bright, and I don't like that. Caves are, like, supposed to be gloomy, dark. Like, I don't like the caves being bright. It's just not nice. Let's talk about map design, because oh my god, this area just does not fit in. Like, this area could be removed, and floor 1 would just be so much better without this area. Now, of course, the dungeon is level locked, so that's a bad thing, as per usual. You don't like level locking, you don't like artificially slowing down the player. That's something you shouldn't do when making a game. So, dungeon being level locked, thumbs down. The dungeon is just a straight path, it's not difficult to navigate at all. And then, you know, just... the boss room is also level locked, so that's another bad thing. And then... the fight is also kind of just underwhelming. Also, now that I just remembered, stamina regen, it is so slow. Also, there's sprinting in the game if you didn't know. You hold control to do it, and it burns your stamina so fast, but just, it isn't worth it to burn your stamina for the slight speed boost. So you'll see I have 25 minutes of red time, and the second I go to floor 2, or any floor in the game, all of that time is just gone. Right, so while I'm here, just bad texturing on the spawn pad. I said that in my last video, and I'll say it again. You can't justify this. This is like, I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can count the pixels. Another thing I didn't mention last week, the quest balancing. Oh my god, it's bad. The wolf quest, for context, that gives like 450 XP. How much does this quest, the first one on floor 2, give? 779. So you'll probably think, oh, but Shark, that's double the XP. That's double the XP. Well, let me tell you, it's not. Mathematically, in the time it takes you to complete the quest in the time it takes you to complete the quest, you can do the wolf quest over 6 times. And, you know, if you can do basic math, 400 multiplied by 6 is more than 780. The texturing is just really bad here, I gotta say. It's better than floor 1, that's for sure, but it's still bad. First mini-boss fight over there, even more underwhelming than the first boss fight. It's really easy, and they still haven't done anything to fix it at all. More bad NPC designs, more shops. Oh yeah, did I mention cooking's been cancelled? Probably. Along with every other feature we were promised. So, over here, you're not going to believe it, there is a motherfucking bear reskin. The floor 2 reskins contain basilisks, bears, moose, and golems, so another 4 points for reskins. Every mini-boss in this game is skippable. You don't need to play the mini-bosses, you don't need to do them at all. You can skip every mini-boss in the game. The time to get boss drops as well. If the floor you're on isn't the last floor, there is no point to getting the boss drops at all. So, the moose themselves have a chance to drop topaz, the first material on floor 2. But the entire area the moose are in, guess what ore spawns there? Rubies. Then there's a very small amount of phoenixes here, which you have to kill 20 to enter the dungeon. I don't know who thought of that, but okay. So in here, we have the level 45 to level 60 grind quest, the Fire Imps. Dungeons level locked, and yes, I am counting all of these separately because they're different floors. They had chances to fix themselves. They had chances to fix the problems, and they didn't. So then you go to floor 3. Which wasn't in my original video, because floor 2 was the final floor at that time, and I just didn't want to play at that point. I still don't want to play. I'm not playing floor 4 whenever it releases, unless it is actually good. Immediately, floor 3 looks like an improvement. There's 2 paths here. This path goes to nowhere, and this path goes to the boss room. It's the same as every other floor, with no changes. And now, just Hide Armor Game Pass, which is expensive. The Hide Armor Game Pass doesn't work properly. It doesn't restore your character's body type. It doesn't restore your accessories. It doesn't even restore your head. And Hide Armor doesn't bring it back. And dual wielding, which, mind you, is overpriced, the left-hand enchant doesn't work on that. That's a good thing. But the price is not a good thing. And also the fact, the main reason it's paid is because you can wield any weapon. That is one of the main reasons it's paid, but instead of locking that behind the paywall, they just locked all of dual wielding behind the paywall. But anyway, so again, just repeatable quests and NPCs, I'll give that another 2 points. And again, same issue with previous walls, that's a boss down there, you wouldn't believe it. It's a mini-boss you can skip that is entirely visible in the main path. You eventually end up over here. I'm just not walking through this. I forgot there's hackers everywhere. just the Yeti boss over there. It's animated really poorly. It's not a fun mini-boss. It has the same issues as every other boss. In fact, that's probably the worst mini-boss, because it's literally right next to the main path. So I haven't done this quest, and I probably won't because of the hacker. But it's another wall. It's another wall adding onto our list of walls, which is now at 3, so I'll give that 3 bad points for 3 bad cutscenes. And by the way, this wall doesn't even melt. It's ice and it doesn't melt. It just crumbles like the rock ones. Oh wow, look at that. Those are some fucked up textures. You should get that looked at, seriously. I don't know how you're fucking this up, Swordburst. Anyway, so yeah, it's just another shop. Can we please stop with this? We want crafting. We want mob drops. Please. Stop spoon-feeding us the weapons. We don't want this. So, bear reskin here. Unfortunately, I can't fight them. Hackers are killing them. So, whoop-de-doo. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, the Snow Kitsunes are, they're all free skins. The dungeon is, again, level locked. This part of the map is just, for some reason, so far out from everywhere else that because of the integer limits with 32-bit and 64-bit, whatever, Roblox can't as accurately determine decimals because of how far out you are, which just causes this to happen. These are just a really annoying enemy to fight in general, because if I can get this one to do with this one attack, it slows you down 50%. That is not a fun attack to go against. It really isn't, because it also affects your dashing as well. Reused NPCs on all 3 floors, I'll give that 3 points. And also just the dungeon's level locked, so that's another point. There is a very, very big problem with this boss. Everyone was complaining about how easy the game is, and just everyone was complaining about how easy the game is. So they just went fuck it, and like, if there is a lot of people here, there is like 20 enemies. But yeah, so as you just saw there, bursts just don't deal damage sometimes, and it is really annoying. But anyway, so that's where Swordburst 3 ends, but this is not where the complaints end. Oh my god. So, the UI. I don't know who designed this. Go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Please. This is UI fit for a mobile game. Not a PC game. It takes up so much of my screen, and it is so hard to read crucial information because of how cluttered it is, how big it is. It's just a terrible UI. The menu, it's alright. I still think it's shit if you ask me, but to everyone themselves. Now, transmogging costs Robux, which, I think that's just ridiculous, and I can't transmog anything, actually. Transmogging costs Robux, and it takes the item. Like, it costs 100 Robux per item. And also, ore recycling. The rates you get for recycling ores is genuinely terrible. Like, you recycle 5 rare ores, which, mind you, one costs 800. You recycle 5 rares to get 400. And 5 legendary ores, which on average you'll spend, like, 33,000 Robux to get. They only recycle into 1,200 gems, so still just a 1 spin and enough for, like, I don't know, a 10-minute boost. That is the worst shit ever. Now, I'm gonna bring this up again. Character scaling. Like, just, oh my god, it's bad. And something I didn't bring up in the last video. The damn auras, they are genuinely terrible. Yes, dude, stop pushing me around, please. But yeah, the auras are genuinely terrible. Like, what is this? And, like, I think this is one of the worst offenders to the auras. Like, what the actual fuck, dude? Can this guy stop? What the fuck is that? That is something I can recreate in, like, a minute, not even. For how much they cost, they are awful, and I don't know why anyone would want to buy one. Like, the animation's cool, and that's where it ends. But anyway, that wraps up this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. And lastly, fuck you, Swordburst.